Do you know what really sucks? Is sitting down to edit your project and realizing that you have gaps in your coverage or shots missing. You need to have a really good, specific, and detailed shot list. Head over to filmmakersecrets.com/shot list, SHOTLIST, to get a killer shot list template along with some training where I show you step by step exactly how to use it. But what is our why? Why do we want to tell this story? Well, in a sense, the why becomes our message. Filmmakers have the power to evoke emotion, inspire thought, and drive universal change in this world. Right now, a real seismic shift is happening in the film industry. This is your best chance to join a new filmmaking movement. You have been called to create an everlasting impact with your unmatched, deep desire to tell authentic stories. So how does a filmmaker thrive in an environment that is almost intentionally designed to bring you down? That is the question, and this podcast reveals the answer. What's happening, filmmakers? It's George VK. Welcome to Filmmaker Secrets podcast, episode number 48. What is the golden filmmaker circle? And before we can answer that question, we need to get back to the origins of the golden circle, originally coined by Simon Sinek, who's a brilliant author and thought leader and just all around genius of a person. And I'm going to do my best to explain the golden circle, and hopefully I get it right. But at the core of this idea, the golden circle describes the stages that a business, any business, goes through when they're defining their purpose in existing in this world and in doing the operations that the business does. So if you can picture three concentric circles, sort of like a target, the outermost circle is the what. The next one on the inside is the how, and the innermost circle is the why. So let's break it down. The outermost circle, the what, that is what your business does on the most rudimentary, the most primitive, surface level, definition of what that is. What does your business do? So if you're a flower shop, you sell flowers. If you're Apple, computers, you sell technology. And it is the most obvious thing that you can see when you take a look at any sort of entity. What does this entity actually do? And then if we move further down into the how, it is how you do that business. Do you sell it online? Do you do any sort of outreach for a nonprofit? If you're a video production company for our purposes, how is it that you actually produce your video projects? And then further down, and the most important circle of this golden circle definition by Simon Sinek is the why. And if you are at all familiar with Simon's work, you know about his book, Start With Why. And he talks about the importance of starting with why, because most businesses start with the what. What does that business actually do? And then sometimes they'll actually drill down to the how to figure out the tactics and the techniques by which they're actually going to execute the what. But very few businesses actually take care to identify their why. And Simon suggests that if a business, any kind of entity, starts with the why, with the innermost circle, and work their way outwards to the how and the what, that is the way to succeed. Because once you actually know your purpose, your why, everything else disseminates from that. And we can apply this same principle to our filmmaking endeavors by way of identifying the what, the how, and the why of our film projects and our video production business overall. No matter what kind of video production business that you are running or want to run, if we start with the why, that is what's going to get us to the success. So let's try to break it down in terms of the filmmaking world that we are playing in. And the what, the outermost circle, is our actual story. What is the story that we want to tell, right? What is that scenario that we want the story to be surrounding? Is it a horror film about, a haunted house? Is it a commercial for a perfume company, for example? And then once we drill down to the how, that is how we're actually going to tell our story. That's the filmmaking techniques that we use, the cinematic type of look that we're wanting to achieve with our footage, the camera gear, the lens choices, the lighting, the production design, makeup, wardrobe, all of those elements that bring a story together in a film format. That is our how. But what is our why? Why do we want to tell this story? Well, in a sense, the why becomes our message. Because if the what is the story that we want to tell and the how is how we're going to tell it, the innermost circle and the most important is the why, our message that we want to get across to the audience. But I believe that in our filmmaking world, there's also a fourth circle, and it is likely just as important, if not more important, than the why, and that is the who. Who can we employ? Who can we get to help us out to tell this story? Who do we know that can assist in our endeavor of telling the story that we want to tell? Because filmmaking is such a collaborative art form, right? It involves so many different people, so many different roles on a film set, in pre-production, in post, and as well as in delivery with distribution and, any kind of theatrical release or delivery to the client, whatever your scenario is. The what is the story. The how is the filmmaking techniques and tactics and all the elements that bring a film to life. The why is our message, and the who is the collaborators that we choose to work with in order to help us carry out that vision. So remember this as you take on your next project, as you endeavor onto your next films, videos, music videos, wedding films, whatever it is that you're working on. Keep this filmmaking golden circle in mind, because it's going to help you and shepherd your story along and make sure that you have the utmost important things at the forefront and on top of your mind. So remember, the golden filmmaker circle: the what, the how, the why, and most importantly, the who. All right. I hope that was helpful, filmmakers. Please go ahead and rate the show, review, give me a kind 5-star review if this was helpful in any way. Hopefully it was. I wish you all the best of luck in your endeavors, in your filmmaking career, in growing your video production business. Here's to your next story. If you like that, then you are going to love my Cine Racing Challenge. This is a 7-day filmmaking competition where your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to write, shoot, and edit a short 60-second film in just 7 days for your one chance to win with over $10,000 in prizes. So head over to cineracing.com. That's cineracing.com to get registered. Spots are filling up fast and the timer is ticking before the next Cine Racing Challenge launches. So be sure to head over to cineracing.com right now to get registered. I'll see you over there.